motivation. James is here to equip you to strive for greatness and to overcome adversity. It's time to get equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. Now, here's the host of It's Your Life, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome to It's Your Life from James Cooley, and wow, absolutely fantastic weekend. You know, Noah, absolutely fantastic weekend, settling down, hanging out with our best friend, Bella Cooley, and my absolutely best friend on this earth, Michelle Cooley. And I didn't have to do a whole lot this past weekend, my friend.
Well, good. Yeah, sometimes you have to unplug. I know we kind of have honey-do lists and all that on the weekend, but sometimes you need to have that nothing list because you have to recharge the batteries.
And you know what? Guess what, man? She did not give me anything on the honey-do list this weekend. And I just hung out with her, and I rewarded her yesterday, surprisingly, because this woman is such an inspiration, such a great woman. And I took her to Bonefoot Fish Grill.
Very nice. That's one of my favorite places. Also, I was recently at one of your guys' favorite places.
Oh, not season 52.
It involves the number 52.
Not season 52.
It may or may not be.
Oh, well, cause Noah, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be back in town in San Diego, and I'm doing 3 full shows in studio. So you're going to have to look at my face and Michelle's face in person for 3 straight days, and it might be some short ribs involved. I just don't know, my friend. I just don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm already getting full thinking about it.
You know what? No, let me tell you something, man. We got this absolutely magnificent, fantastic guest. Now, we had, I don't know if you remember, we had Mr. F-15 pilot, inventor, et cetera, James Samuel on.
Oh, I do remember, yes.
He was so extraordinary. And during the time that we was interviewing this great guy, you kept telling me that this guy is extraordinary. My wife just went and looked up the bio and looked up other information, and we found out that his spouse is a doctor, dentist, author, wife, mother, et cetera, talk show host, everything. And I showed him the picture of me. I'm talking about what Michelle pulled on the Zoom, and he started laughing. And he said, "You might want to have her on the show one day." Now, I was thinking, Noah, that was probably impossible, that his wife would never, ever, with all the things that she doing, come on the James Cooley show, It's Your Life, even though we're a national show with this and that. But pleasantly surprised, she said, yes! So, no, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to turn it over to my great co-host, Michelle Cooley, for always making things happen. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm Noah always say I'm tickled pink. But I think
How many wows, James? That's the real question.
Wow. Okay, and I got about another 30 or 40.
Oh, my.
We got Dr. Evelyn T Samuel on the show tonight, and Noah, this guest brings so many different facets, so many different talents. And she's still down to earth. Just like I said, she's, first of all, a mother. She's a wife. She's a doctor. She's an author. She's a host. And
It's funny, JC, sometimes, especially when you have somebody that does so many different things and, they're confident about what they do, and sometimes they're not very down to earth. So it's refreshing to hear that she's still all these amazing things and still, able to talk to everybody and be able to share with so many different people why she does what she does.
And that's amazing, because a lot of people, and I'm a nobody, but they said, JC, you do all these things, and or they said famous, all that bull crap. I call it bull crap because it's not that way. But you still have time to talk. And it's amazing to understand that we have guests that's willing to come on the show, like Dr. Evelyn T Samuel. And no, I cannot wait to get this thing started. So Michelle Cooley, first of all, can you tell our listening audience what's the title of today's show?
The title of today's show is Dr. Evelyn T Samuel, Success Doesn't Come by Accident.
Okay. Can you please explain to our listening audience what the purpose of the show is tonight?
The purpose of the show is getting to know the background of Dr. Evelyn T Samuel, discuss her professional background and the Efficiency Institute, talk about designing your life and allowing your business and dental practice to follow suit, speak about systems and their role in a successful business, and discuss vision, goals, purpose, and the relationship to creating a life of fulfillment.
Michelle, I almost cannot even take it. Can you please introduce this absolutely fantastic guest to our listening audience?
Yes, Dr. Evelyn T. Samuel is the founder of the Efficiency Institute. Billed as a dentist dream coach, she helps dentists decrease stress, attract loyal, high-performing team members, create better patient/guest experiences, and make more in less time. With over 20 years as a CEO and practicing dentist, operating the top 1% percentile of her field, Dr. Samuel realized her purpose was to help others attain and realize their purpose, especially in the areas of business efficiency, profitable systems, and achieving balance that leads to long-term self-actualization. She's the author of the highly acclaimed 100 Things I Hate/Love About Dentistry, a professional's guide to efficiency, profitability, and sanity, and her world-renowned Efficiency Institute provides the practical tools, methodologies, and systems that provide new hope, renewed drive in a world of new and promising possibilities. The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, welcomes Dr. Evelyn T. Samuel.
Dr. Evelyn T. Samuel, how you doing today?
I am well. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show. Boy, was that an introduction. Thank you.
I'm telling you that when James mentioned that, hey, she might be, I was, and Noah always tell me, I use the term tickle pink. I've been doing that for 2.5 years on the show. When I get tickled pink, it's like, okay, let's do this. Listen, audience, before we even get started, if you want to be part of this conversation, I am going to open it up after the next segment. So segment 3, we will be accepting phone calls. So we're going to take a station break. And when we get back, we are going to delve deeply into this magnificent young doctor, wife, mother, everything that goes with her. And not doing this segment that we come back, but the third segment is open. And I tell you what, it is your life. I'm James Cooley, and let's do this. 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity. Coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
The J.C. Cooley Foundation is a nonprofit organization that was started in October of 2014. The J.C. Cooley Foundation continues to strive to expand its programs and offerings to the youth, young adults, and citizens of our great communities nationwide and overseas. We hope that you'll be able to take part in one or more of the many exciting events that we are offering this year and experience firsthand the pride we take in supporting our cause. It's our mission to equip the youth of today for the challenges of tomorrow, and we rely heavily on the generosity of individuals and business owners for support. Without the assistance of community-minded individuals just like you, we wouldn't be able to serve our youth each year. We ask that you make a commitment to support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. This year's goal is $50,000. Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community. You can give online at CooleyFoundation.org. Remember that every donation makes a difference regardless of size. The J.C. Cooley Foundation thanks you in advance for your contribution.
Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, the true life coming-of-age story by James J.C. Cooley. Using humor, wit, and engaging storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural Deep South town and realization that life would never be the same. Cooley lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Hello, Answer San Diego listeners. My name is Sean Fitch, and I'm the proud local owner of
How's everything going, JC?
Oh, Noah's talking to you. Hold on, Noah.
like water, mold, fire. We also provide high-quality custom home renovations.
Oh, yeah, just ask how everything's going.
So if you're thinking about making some home improvements, please give us a call. We can give you a no-obligation quote for our restoration or renovation services. Rising inflation, recruitment challenges, and a bottlenecked supply chain give us enough to worry.
All is
Let
okay.
RAM give you peace of mind.
Good to hear.
Yeah. So I tell you, you have to follow along with this one. I don't know how we're going to do this because I still got so many things on my mind.
You have my word.
You got it, man.
Okay.
That we will treat you honestly and fairly, or I'll make it right myself. Please call us at 760-798-3755 or just Google RAM. That's with 2 M's, water and mold restoration, and we'll get to work.
96.1 North County and AM 1170 San Diego. The Answer.
It's time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more It's Your Life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and I tell you that we got this absolutely fantastic, marvelous guests on the show, and I'm not going to take anything away that we had a husband on the show about a week and a half ago, and he was absolutely sensational as well. But we got Dr. Evelyn T Samuel on the show tonight, and she is such a fascinating person. Now, I just want to dive deeply into this one, and I did not want to ask a question prior to that because I did not want to get cut off. Dr. Samuel, can you please tell our listener audience where you grew up and the people that was influential and that made a difference in your life and the decisions that you decided to go with?
Well, once again, thank you so much for having me on the show. I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama. So just a little girl from Alabama. And people who were influential to me, I would have to say it was my parents. My father passed some years ago, but even now I can realize some of the things that I got from him in terms of my entrepreneurial spirit. So my mom, my dad were very instrumental in helping to shape and mold me into who I am today. And I'm constantly inspired. I'm still inspired. My husband inspires me. My children inspire me. So those are people who have influenced me up until now, and my immediate family who influences me now, today.
Wow. I'm going to ask you this question because it's kind of hard for me to figure out, because you're doing so many things, but we know that you are a doctor or a dentist. But Dr. Samuel, can you tell our listeners a little bit more about yourself and the things that you are doing? Not just making a living, but what you're doing to have an impact on others, which most people would not understand.
Sure. Yes, like you said, I am a cosmetic dentist by training. I am also an efficiency coach, a dental practice efficiency coach, a certified rapid results coach, and I've been called a life coach as well. I wear a lot of hats. I'm in a mom's group, and in that mom's group, I wear a leadership position. And my most important jobs, like you said, is I am a mother to my beautiful, beautiful boys. I have a 5 and a 7-year-old boys, and they are brilliant and beautiful. And my husband, I have a wonderful husband, so I'm a wife. So I wear a lot of hats, but my most important jobs are being the wife to my wonderful husband, James, which you have met, and my beautiful sons, 5 and 7-year-old James and Kyle. So that's some of the hats I wear, and I wear them all with joy, and I don't take lightly the responsibility of having these different, positions, these different leadership roles, and like I said, the motherhood, I don't take that lightly.
Dr. Samuel, why did you choose the field of dentistry as your profession? How did that transpire?
Well, I decided to be a dentist at the ripe old age of 5 years old. I was, the first in my family. And so I don't really know what made me decide to do dentistry. Everything in my past was that I was going to be a dentist. So it's one of those dreams that was realized. Everything from my elementary school quotes to my middle school quotes to my high school quotes to my college major said that I was going to one day be a dentist. I am the first in my family, and so I planned my life accordingly. And it's something because sometimes I think back and I think, well, did I choose dentistry or did it choose me? Because there is a certain personality type that we have in our profession. We work in millimeters. We like detail. I like beauty and aesthetics and symmetry. So I often wonder if I chose dentistry or if it chose me.
Wow. So what are challenges that you experienced along the way in your journey in being a dental professional? Well, I would have to say, like I said, dentistry was my goal. It was my dream. I planned my life accordingly, with college and then dental school. But the fun came after I finished dental school. I did a residency in the Washington, D.C. area. And when I finished my residency, we come out with an enormous amount of debt. So you're bombarded with the responsibility of having this huge debt. And then I worked in a lot of practices at one time as an independent contractor. So I was in one practice one day on Mondays and Wednesdays with an HMO practice. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I was with a cosmetic practice. On Fridays and Saturdays, I was with a prosthodontist. And on weekends, I did retail. So I am a hard worker, as you can see, but working in all of those different places, it took a toll, and it made me question what I decided to do. Like, is this the right decision? What I could not understand at that time was that was shaping me to be the person I was going to be. Working in all those different places was giving me the tools that I would use later in life when I set up my own practice. So those were challenges, and you learn two things in every situation: what to do and what not to do, but they were all also beneficial to me later as I developed my own practice. Wow. So the title of tonight's show is Success doesn't come by accident. Can you kind of explain what this means? Because it's also on your website as well.
Yes, that is on my website. And I truly believe that it does not come by accident. And success is different to different people, and there's no wrong or right definition for success. But whatever it is, there has to be preparation. Like we were just saying, I had a lot of challenges with coming out of dental school in terms of just becoming the professional that I was going to be. But when I look back on my life and I look at the goals that I set and what I deemed as success, I was being prepared for all of that. So there was preparation. It's like the opportunity needs preparation. So it doesn't happen by accident. There's hard work involved as well.
Wow. Dr. Samuel, that was such a fantastic response. But Dr. Samuel, how did you find out that you were good at business? I'm talking about a lot of people, they sit back and they think and they don't know, but it had to hit you. Can you tell the listener audience, when it hit you, how do you know that I can do this?
Well, that is an excellent question, and there's a lot that goes behind that. But I'll just go to when I started my dental practice, and I built this beautiful practice, and I had this huge vision for what I wanted the practice to be. I knew how I wanted it to look. I knew how I wanted it to smell. I knew how I wanted patients to be greeted when they came in there. I knew that I wanted them to have an experience. And I researched everything. So I researched how I was going to put this place together. And I realized early on that we weren't taught to be business people in dental school. We were taught to be scientists. And so I researched everything, and I literally hired business coaches before I opened the doors to my practice because I wanted to run it like an efficient business and not just like a dental practice, not like a small dental practice. So I researched everything. I hired coaches. And then I realized that I had a natural knack for the business. I would have colleagues that would call me and say, Evelyn, how do you do this? And I would immediately devise a plan for them. And I just thought, wow, doesn't everybody know how to do this? And then I realized that that was one of my gifts. And so it was a culmination of researching, hiring business coaches, and finding that natural knack for running the business aspect of dentistry. Because it is a business. I mean, we're there to help patients. And that's what our main reason is to do. But it's also a small business and it has to be run as such.
Wow. I always talk about in a lot of my speeches when I'm out in the public and speaking, I talk about talents. I talk about skills. I talk about business. I talk about you have to know who you are. And you have to know and understand what your gifts are and what you bring to the table. A lot of people don't figure that one out because they're followers. I'm not saying that we should not be followers, but it's going to come a time where I believe that me and Michelle, we're believers in the Lord. And everything we do, we asked of the Lord. But then the Lord delivers and he said, hey, this is what I believe your purpose is. This is what I believe your talents are. This is what I believe that you need to stick with. I'm sure you got that message. How did you receive that message and decided to go and identify, because you are doing wonderful things, the things that you're doing today?
Well,
1 minute.
I would say that, like you said, I think sometimes in terms of, like you said, the gifts, and I like I said, I wondered, did I choose dentistry or did it choose me? So I think it was a calling. So yes, I think there was something greater than me that put this in me, like knowing what to do. How do you just know what to do? And in the practice, I would just know what to do. And that's what I was saying. I was like, well, doesn't everybody know these tips that I could automatically sprout out to my friends? So it was a gift, and it was given to me than a power higher than me, right? And so that steers you to where it is that you're supposed to be in your purpose. And I too talk a lot about purpose. When I talk to, students, or even now I do, speaking engagements when I talk to people and help them with vision and manifestation and their purpose. And I usually ask questions like, who am I? What do I do? Who do I do it for? And that kind of, helps to formulate your mission and your purpose as well.
Wow. You know what? That's a great segue, because we're going to take a station break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the title of your book, The 100 Things That You Love and Hate About Dentistry, and how that book has influenced and guided not just you, but others in understanding what their purpose is. If you want to be part of the conversation, the phone lines are open. That's 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life. I'm James Cooley. We'll be back with Dr. Evelyn T Samuel right after this.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
There is much truth in a journey that ain't over yet, as all of us journey through life's precious gift of time, just like I have. Hi, I'm James Cooley, host of the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And in the new audio version of my book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, you can join me as I share my true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. This is a must listen to for anyone who thinks they are stuck in life or need to understand that their current situation is not their final destination. Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet is the unfiltered truth to provide hope for the future by challenging you to refuse to become a victim of life's circumstance and dare to be an overcomer, because a bigger, better, and a more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of my book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet on Amazon.
Her husband's on the phone.
Oh, wait. We have a
The J.C. Cooley Foundation continues to strive to expand its programs and offerings to the youth, young adults, and citizens of our great communities nationwide and overseas. It's our mission to equip the youth of today for the challenges of tomorrow.
Okay.
We ask that you make a commitment to support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community. You can give online at CooleyFoundation.org. The J.C. Cooley Foundation thanks you in advance for your contribution.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. Order the 3-week quick start now. Discount it to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, and caring for your home just got easier. Whether you need help with routine maintenance or a dream remodel, Angie makes it easy to see reviews, compare quotes, and connect with top local pros who can get the job done right. Plus, you can see upfront pricing and instantly hundreds of projects. No phone, just the work you need done at a time that works for you. Angie's got your to-do list covered from start to finish. Book your next home project today at Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
FM 96.1 North County. AM 1170 San Diego. The Answer.
It's time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more It's Your Life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and Dr. Evelyn just raised up the Dream Big, Think Big, and Be Big t-shirt. Can you raise it up one more time? Wow. I believe that in life, in anything that we do, if we're serious about it, we have to understand that we have to be able to dream out the box. Because if we dream small, and if we're successful with that, life is going to give us small things. And once you fulfill the small dreams, you have no aspiration of the big things. I think that you have to think big, Dr. Samuel. You have to think big in order to expand your horizon on the potential that you are capable of. But most importantly, it's going to be downfalls. It's going to be shortcomings. And people are going to push you down. And they're going to tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that. Regardless how successful your family might be or whoever else, it becomes a personal thing with an individual own character. And so, I tell you, you are all of those things and dreaming big, thinking big, and being big and everything that you're doing. And I listen to audience, just like I said prior to break, the phone lines are open. They are wide open. Then that number is 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Dr. Samuel, I got to ask you this because ever since, and I haven't read the book. I can't wait to get it. Your book is titled 100 Things I Hate and Love About Dentistry. What is this book about, and how did you come up with that name? And can you explain to, especially me, and I know our listening audience is listening as well, what the purpose of the book?
Sure, absolutely. And let me say, you will get a copy of the book. You'll get a copy. Yes.
I hope it's a signed copy. It
absolutely will be. So the title, 100 Things I Hate and Love About Dentistry. Now, obviously, I don't hate dentistry. I absolutely love dentistry, but it's some of the nuances that come with running the business. It's that love-hate relationship that you have with your dream profession. And so the way that came about is when I started my dream practice, my Taj Mahal, there were a lot of responsibilities that came with owning that new, beautiful, high-tech practice. So I now have to deal with team issues. I now have to deal with insurance. I now have to deal with equipment breaking down. I have to deal with my sales rep. And like I said before, we weren't taught to be business people in dental school. We were taught to be scientists. And then came all this responsibility of being a CEO of a small business. And so I noticed that I did have a natural knack for the business, but I would go to conventions all over the country and hear dentists complaining about the same things. I wish I didn't have this issue with, insurance, or I wish my team members would do these things. And so one day I was in with a patient, and I would numb the patient, I'd go to the back, and I would journal. And the journal became the book. So it's the little things that we deal with in a dental practice or any business, and then there's a solution. So there is a problem, for a lack of better terms, but then there's a solution that can help anyone run their practice or their business, or anybody who just deals with the public, do it better.
Wow.
So that's what it's about.
I tell you, this is funny because, and I can relate to Michelle family, right? Because most of them are doctors and have their own practices, and they deal with the same type of issues, concern, buildings, all of that type of stuff, and I get where you're going with that. But I believe that once we get past and we settle all of those other type of things, we're able to concentrate and get with our heart and do whatever profession, whether it's dentistry or medicine, or etc. But those are challenges for every business owner or doctors, or especially if you got your own practice. I tell you, we got a caller on the phone. I think you might know who this caller is. And no, we still got that caller on the line? No.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have the caller chime in, because I think she's going to recognize it. Caller, you're on the air.
Caller, are you there?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Hey, I love your guest. I mean, I really love your guest. I think she's an amazing leader. I think she's an amazing role model. I think she's such an incredible woman that I married her. And
this is her husband.
Proud husband. Yes. She's just phenomenal. So I just wanted to call in and tell her how much I love her, and tell your whole audience what an incredible woman she is. What a real treat you guys have. You should be taking notes. The woman you're hearing from is the woman that I see and love every day. She's amazing. And I just want to call in and just say she is the real deal. And you guys, you have a very special guest, the most special guest in the world on your show tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie.
Hey, James, I'm going to tell you that when you was on the show a week and a half ago, it's when I mentioned that, you didn't have to say a word. It showed in your eyes, and because I watched my guests, because I'm zoomed in and Facebook, like all that type of stuff. I watch you. I watch your facial expressions, and love is a wonderful thing, my friend. And when you feel it, when you understand it, when you're around it every day, it's just so wonderful to see the magic of a person that's doing or what they are born to do, meant to do, and they got these certain skills, gifts, and talents. So, my friend, just listening to you calling in, that means a lot to me.
Thank you, James.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you and Michelle, thank you guys both. I'll let you get back to your guest. This is her show, but I wanted to just call in and say she is the real deal, and I love her. She's a phenomenal wife and mother and leader and coach, and she's coaching and taking care of us all and the whole world. So back over to you guys. James is out.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Speaking of coach, Dr. Samuel, can you tell us about your company, the Efficiency Institute, your business, and talk about your role as an efficiency coach, and what is an efficiency coach?
Sure, absolutely. So,
2 minutes.
Efficiency coach is a term I coined. It's a person like myself, like I said, that I help dentists decrease stress. So like James was just saying, you have a lot of people in your family who could identify with what the book talks about with any business. So I help them to decrease stress, to attract loyal, high-performing team members, and to produce more or make more in less time. So in essence, to become more efficient. So their businesses are more efficient, so that they can have more efficiency, productivity, and profitability as well.
Can you give us an example of what efficiency looks like in a dental office or a small business?
Sure. So I use dental offices a lot when I talk, but this is universal. So good customer service, good business skills, good life skills are universal, no matter what the business or the profession is. So when I look at an efficient dental practice, I look at a place that has flow. Like I said, if there's no chaos, or the office runs smoothly.
About a minute.
Team members know their hat. Patients have a wonderful experience because it's about their experience. There is a system for everything. So a system for everything might mean that your patients don't wait, because the minute they come into the door, you greet them within a certain amount of time of them walking into the door. Or they are scheduled properly, or there's just a system for everything so the office flows properly, and you're hiring better team members because you have systems in place, and it just produces an environment that's more effective and productive.
Wow. That's what productivity is all about. That's what efficiency is all about. And that's what ensuring that patient care, patient understanding, and where they want to come and see who is caring for them. I tell you what, we're going to take a station break. Don't want to even break this up right now, but we got to pay the bills. We're going to take a station break. But listen, audience, I tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic, magnificent, gorgeous guest that is educating us on dentistry and life. If you want to be part of this conversation, that's 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life. I'm James Cooley. We'll be back shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity. Coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley. The J.C. Cooley Foundation is a nonprofit organization that was started in October of 2014. The J.C. Cooley Foundation continues to strive to expand its programs and offerings to the youth, young adults, and citizens of our great communities nationwide and overseas. We hope that you'll be able to take part in one or more of the many exciting events that we're offering this year and experience firsthand the pride we take in supporting our cause. It's our mission to equip the youth of today for the challenges of tomorrow, and we rely heavily on the generosity of
9 minutes.
For support. Without the assistance of community-minded individuals just like you, we wouldn't be able to serve our youth each year. We ask that you make a commitment to support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. This year's goal is $50,000. Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community. You can give online at CooleyFoundation.org. Remember that every donation makes a difference regardless of size. The J.C. Cooley Foundation thanks you in advance for your contribution.
Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet. The true life coming of age story by James J.C. Cooley. Using humor, wit, and engaging storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural deep south town and realization that life would never be the same. Cooley lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Okay. I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel the timeshare, and that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare.
I guarantee you, if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare contract, or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-786-9300. That's 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300.
The Answer San Diego. Streaming now on smart speakers and Odyssey.com.
It's time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more It's Your Life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley. Regardless of where you're listening to the show at in the world, or you're listening to it live, you're listening on Facebook, you're locked in on YouTube, whatever that might be, Instagram, we got this absolutely fantastic guest, Dr. Evelyn T Samuel. And, wow, blown away, Noah, I am, because a young lady that's doing so many things, wearing so many multiple hats. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a dentist, she's an author, she's a talk show host, and so many more things. That's sometimes that's overbearing for an individual to be able to distinguish their gifts, talents, and skills, but she do it well.
Yeah, I've been finding out a lot about her. Pretty amazing individual.
So amazing, and this individual right here is a must. Again, on the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, and maybe one day I might be able to get both her and her magnificent husband on at the same time. Don't know how that's going to work. Don't know if they would go for that. But I just put it out, Evelyn, and I just put it out, James, that we can talk about that one after this show. But Dr. Samuel, can you just tell our listeners what is your greatest strengths as it comes to dentistry and coaching? And we want to keep these answers kind of short because it's probably about 5 or 6 I want to try to get to. So 1 minute or less. Can you explain to our listeners what that might mean?
I would have to say with dentistry, I love aesthetics, I love symmetry, I love beauty. That's what I do. But more importantly than that, I think it's the greatest strength is tenacity, being able to keep pushing forward, and also the relationships I'm able to cultivate with my team members. And my patience is one of the things I'm most proud of. So while I can do beautiful dentistry, the relationships that I'm able to form with patients and my team members is what I'm most proud of. With coaching, it would have to be, my superpower would have to be seeing other people's superpowers and helping them devise their purpose, their goals, and helping them reach those results.
Wow, I'm going to combine 2 questions into one because I believe both of them are so important. First of all, are your coaching services only for dentists? And can you tell our listening audience about your podcast and the guests that you have on? I think those are so important.
Sure. So the coaching service, I speak a lot about dentists because I am a dentist. But like I think I mentioned before, good business skills or life skills are universal. So a lot of the workshops I do are actually not for dentists. I do one very popular one that's on vision and mindset in manifestation training. So that's one of my most popular workshops. And it's not specific to dentists, so other people can work with me as well. The podcast I have, the Efficient Practice Podcast, I have top guests in the dental community as well as other business professionals that come on and talk about their efficient practice. That practice could be a dental or medical practice, or it could just be a practice that helps you deal with your business or your life.
Wow. So, Dr. Samuel, do you have any plans to author another book?
Ooh, that's a great question. Actually, I have been thinking of my next book, and I cannot tell you because it's, yeah. So I have been thinking about the topic for my next book, so I will most likely write a second book as well.
Wow. You know, I'm in the process of writing, I say my 6th book, 5th or 6th book. And I know what motivates me when I sit back and I come up with these thoughts. but everybody motivated differently. What motivates you? I can just tell you real quickly that I wake up in the middle of the night with a thought, and I just grab my pad and I run to the bathroom or something, and I'm gone for 2-3 hours. And Michelle like, damn, I don't know what. I think all authors are motivated by something. I'm motivated by the thoughts that I get, and I have to write it down because I'm gonna forget about it. What motivates you?
That's so interesting that you said that because I can identify with you. When I was writing the first book, I used to keep a notepad beside the bed because I am more, at night, I am more creative. I stay up late and I get more done. And I would have to do exactly what you said. I would keep a notepad beside the bed, and whatever thoughts came to me, I could literally write the chapters within minutes when those creative thoughts would come. So I'm motivated by goals. Like if I have goals,
3 minutes.
Something to strive towards. I am motivated, of course, by my family because I want them to see me do great things. I want the boys to see us do great things, our sons. But I identify with you. I do the same thing. I just have to grab a notepad and write those thoughts down. So great minds think alike. There's something there, right?
It's funny. Because, lately I've been writing portions of chapters, but mainly, and I tell you, Dr. Evelyn, I've been writing poems, and I've been writing stuff like that, and I don't know why it's like that, but that's what 2 minutes. The good Lord tell me, hey, you need to write this down. And then I shared with Michelle, and Michelle is, and I know we only got 2 minutes left in the show, but Michelle is the person that look at everything. She's looking like, wow, okay, there's a lot of grammatical mistakes in this. So let me fix them. And she fixed them, and it just, Michelle, real quickly, you want to say something about that?
Yes. I got that from my mom. I mean, she always checked our homework growing up, but I always do that. But James wants me to do that too, and I love doing it.
and Evelyn, I don't know if you have someone that oversees you, but that's what happens. And I come up with some great writings based on those thoughts. 30 seconds or less. Can you just, 30 seconds less, what do you want to leave our listening audience with tonight from our conversation and the great things that you're doing? 30 seconds.
Well, what I would like to leave with our audience is the mindset is a powerful thing. Affirmation, belief, it's powerful, and you can create whatever it is that you want, whatever it is. I learned to manifest, but I had the power to manifest at a really young age. And you can create whatever it is that you want as long as you believe, you write it down, and it only doesn't work if you quit. So whatever it is, you can create it. So that's kind of what I would say in short.
Wow. I tell you, just like I mentioned, and James, I hope you're listening. I want to get both of you guys on the show at the same time. Dr. Evelyn Samuel, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. I'd like to thank my great co-host, Michelle Cooley. I'd like to thank my great producer, Noah Dingley. I'd like to thank my listener audience for tuning in nightly. I tell you what, we're always looking for sponsors so we can continue bringing this great message. I tell you, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley. James, Evelyn, I want you guys on the same time, if possible. It's Your Life.
Thanks for joining us for It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Good show, buddy.
Great show, my friend.
Become a guest. Visit.
Yeah, she's pretty
amazing.
Well faceted, man. She's all over the place.
She's
for
amazing.
More motivation and inspiration to help you become equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow.
Amazing. Both of them are amazing.
Here we go.
I just got to work it out, bro. And I'm working out. I'm behind the scenes, so we get an opportunity, we'll talk, but I got to work it out. All right. Yeah.
Hello there. Great show.
Thank you. That was so much fun. I was over here laughing and identifying with you with a lot that you were talking about. So that was fun.
Hey, Dr. Evelyn, you are amazing. Where's James? Is he close by you?
He's actually,
Tell him to bring his bald head self on the camera.
Can you tell that call threw me off? The next question I was like,
You did not know?
no!
It
threw me off. I wrote to your wife. I was like, I'm a little embarrassed. And she's like, no. Yeah, but yeah, I did not know.
Can you get him on camera with you? If possible?
Sure. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for having me.
Well, hold on. I hope that that's not the only time, because this was amazing. And first of all, I really didn't think that you would come on the show.
Well, yes, of course. I felt like we were friends because you two met, and so I.
No, we are.
He was my friend too.
And your husband. I mean, I'm not gonna say we like this, but just by meeting him and chatting with him, I believe we cool. And whatever I can do to promote what he is doing or what you are doing, and we got a lot of great things coming up with the show and expansion and new podcasts, because we already on 20-something podcasts, but we got.
You're doing so many things.
But we got new things coming up where I want to say that I got podcasts coming up where I want to do 30-minute podcasts on small things. If not with you or him and others, I mean, where we really get the message out there, and just give us a few months and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we live in Dallas and we live in San Diego, and so this week we're in a home in Dallas. Next week I'm in Atlanta. I'm in cause the Atlanta State Farm Arena, the Hawks, all that. My boys, I got one of my boys is one of the owners of the Hawks. And then we in San Diego. What's up? Hey man, such a wonderful show with that beautiful wife of yours, and I tell you, that's what life is all about, man. And you and I talked about this the other day, and wow, I would love to potentially get both of you guys on at the same time. I don't know how we would work it, because both of you guys doing two different things.
The audience, they're not ready for that. You're
For
not
me,
ready for that.
James.
You're not ready
Not
for
yet.
that.
Oh, we ready for that. We ready for that. And we got a couple of things that I was telling Evelyn about. We got new podcasts. I'm not beside the other 20-something podcasts. I'm getting ready to launch the Life and podcast, where it's gonna be different than everything else. It's all about life. It's all about couples. It's all about not just couples, but I'm talking about things that we have to adjust to in life. It's all about what we can do to influence others from a positive perspective. It's all about whether we got a guy from the home, from the street, or whatever. How can we help influence and change those type of things? We can ready to do some great things here. And Power Cup is what I call you guys, because that's what they call Michelle and I don't mean that to be, how would you put that? You already know what I'm talking about. Because Michelle got her own completely different than what I do. And she got her own everything. And just like you guys got your own everything. But we're never going to say that word, power, cup, whatever that is. But we can always talk about things that make us unique, things that keep us motivated to stay on track with whatever goals, whatever vision, whatever understanding that we might have. Want to say something?
I would say, like, you know, you got a couple who talk about supporting each other all the time despite having different careers. I mean, just being there. I mean, I have a friend who's an entrepreneur. She's an inventor, and her husband does something totally different. He does pharmaceutical sales, and when he's able to go to trade shows with her and help her sell. That's his way of supporting her emotionally and just being there, but she supports him. Just support means different ways. Emotionally, when you get home, make sure you have a happy home, a peaceful and a restful home when you're tired and when you've been busy. So support it entails a lot of things, not just financially, it's emotionally and just being there and your words, and you just basically go, you believe in somebody and what they're doing. Despite your own different career, you still support each other.
And another thing is, now, and I go a little bit different avenue than that. I have a lot of friends, or whatever you might want to say, that actors, big time Hollywood, all this, and everybody doing things differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's who you are. It's a job. It's a job, but when you take off that hat and hope, you have to take it off and like, okay, it's just us. Now, it ain't this side or fame or this or that, because it doesn't matter in the household. At least in our household, it doesn't matter, because Michelle just tell me, and I just crumb up or whatever that is, and it's just, we have to live, and we have to pull away from all of that other thing and become a family. And so that's what I was talking about with you guys, not about doctor, not talking about the inventor, not talking about the F-15 pilot, not talking about all of that type of stuff. It comes down to James and Evelyn. And I'm just hoping that one day that and my mind ain't set on that right now, where I'm locked in on right next show. I like that. The picture that's what I'm talking about. It's
Oh, the wedding picture?
You see that picture right there?
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're beautiful. So it's all about the moment. Case in point, me and Michelle, we've been married. We got our 14th anniversary coming up, right? But we've been together for almost 16 years, and wow, my whole world, from what it used to be to what it is today, is. And hey, baby, turn the Facebook off. It's turn the Facebook.
Oh.